Michele Knight. This is the astrological update for the whole of December for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising and moon in Sagittarius. The kicks off this month with you feeling a little bit emotional and very intense and quite sensitive. Your psychic antenna is throbbing with anticipation of what's to come. Use it for your greater good. Don't allow yourself to go into fear, but sense the right path to go down. Sense your destiny. Perhaps even do a meditation where you have a conversation with your future self and see if your future self has any tips for how you can increase your progress. And while you're at it, zoom back to the past and say some loving words to a time in your past where you were vulnerable. Because you have an air of magic around you this month at the beginning, and using your intuition is really one of your superpowers this month. You might also unearth that there is someone in your life that is not who you thought they were, but they were there for a reason. It's like a karmic situation, so don't judge them or yourself too harshly. Now we move on to even better news. It is your very own astrological new year. We have a new moon in your sign, so you are able to shed the past, to step into the next layer of your being, to reinvent yourself and to make a wish on the 3rd. Also, Mercury goes into your sign on the 5th as well. Yes, it does. So you have the veritable gift of the gab. Your words are power, your words are spells. So whatever you say and even whatever you think, it has particular magic around it. So be as optimistic as your Sagittarian self will allow. And as you are the most optimistic sign of the zodiac, it should be happy days. We have a grand water trine, which is making you feel quite emotional and sentimental on the 9th. You're thinking about your family, you're thinking about your friends, you're thinking about home, whether that's a literal physical home or just a sense of feeling at home in the world. But you're also able to work out what it is you're really feeling emotionally around that time. Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, is turning direct on the 17th. And the good news is it's bringing you some unpredictable, fun times for the remaining of December. There is a cardinal grand cross, which is quite challenging. And for you, really, it's about your sense of self, really, and how safe you feel emotionally, particularly around groups of people that you care about. How do you respond if you feel vulnerable in any way? So possibly there'll be a situation where you do feel a bit vulnerable, but the universe is saying this is your time. You have the power to deal with it in a new way. And the best advice I can give you is to change a pattern, change the way you respond, because even a subtle change will transform the whole energy around any situation. The sun cheers you up on the 21st, where it enters a position for you where you're feeling much more grounded in your being. And also Venus is going retrograde. Don't tie yourself to an ex-lover. You may have to go through that experience again. You may choose to go through that experience again, but try and don't do it just because it feels familiar. If you're going to do it because you're doing it in a stronger position from within yourself. Also, you just feel good about you, really. The other cardinal grand cross on the 28th is sort of mirroring the one before in some ways, but for you, it's about how you see yourself in the world, your reputation, your sense of security, your sense of abundance, your sense of who you are in relation to being on your own and who you are when you're with groups of people. But ultimately, you're feeling much more grounded by the end of December. You can deal with anything, you're digging firm foundations, and you're feeling good. Have a stunning festive season, and I'll speak to you soon.